back to the Melanin Pot. I'm Jay Johnson.
I'm Jacqueline.
And I'm Mary.
And today we have a special guest, Officer Tommy Norman. The legendary, y'all.
The legendary, the famous,
right. North Little Rock.
the coolest,
Right.
the most down to earth.
Thank you so much
Yes.
for having me. It means a lot. Birthday girl.
Right.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Juicing up, juicing
If you
up.
didn't know, today is my birthday. I'm 22.
Plus.
Whatever.
Well, we will have to celebrate because we didn't have a whole Virgo
season. September the 16th.
He missed it
September
just
the
by
9th. He missed it. He almost made it.
Barely. August 22nd was mine.
He was close.
I guess we let him have it. He alert
His
though.
mama said.
He alert,
He's not ready to be
He's
alert.
not really, but it's not.
I understand.
It's not for everybody. It's not for us all.
Okay.
Acquired.
Okay, he done, y'all. Okay.
Okay. All right. So let's get it started. So what was that pivotal moment that got you started with your community policing?
Well, I'll go back to the age of 13. 13 years old is really when my journey began as far as trying to make a difference in the lives of other people. So I grew up in North Little Rock in the Levy community, and I would mow grass. That's how I made extra money. And so one day I had about $50 or $60 in my pocket from cutting some grass, and saw a program on TV called Feed the Children. It's where you can send money to another country to sponsor a child. You feed them and you clothe them, and in return they'll send you like a picture of the child and a little bio. So I went to my mom and asked her to send this money off to this organization. She looked at me kind of funny, because at 13 years old,
Right.
with $60 of cash in
That's
your
a
pocket,
sacrifice.
you're gonna go to the mall
Right.
and you're gonna go buy something. So
Not at
like towards
13.
13.
I know people.
She was a child at 13, y'all. She was a real child at 13.
Continue.
Anyway, so I knew then, and it didn't stop. It was, I loved it. So I got hooked at such a young age. So when I became a police officer in 1998, out of the police academy, so being from North Little Rock was really an advantage for me. To police the same streets that I grew up in was a way to get back in a big way. And so the platform really grew for me, because I would always park my police car, get out of my police car, and sit on front porches, get to know people's stories, and really throughout it all, stay committed. Through all of that, commitment is a key when it comes to positive policing, to really win the community over, and it's kind of how it started for me.
And honestly, y'all, for everybody who doesn't know, because we watch social media. I'm from North Little Rock, Pike to be exact, and so he has been doing this ever since I was little. I was born in '92, so But as long as I can remember growing up, we have seen Officer Norman, and so this is not something that you see that's done for a show. It's not something that you see that's done for recognition. This is truly done from the heart, and it's something that's been done. And so the fact that now social media is so big, so I mean now his platform has grown to social media, and so it's not something that you just see that's just it's not like, oh, this is overnight. No, he's been doing this for years. And so I just want to commend you for all the hard work you've done, because North Little Rock is not an easy place to grow up in, and it's not an easy place to police in, but he has definitely gained the respect of many of us there. So
Thank
it
you.
definitely means a lot.
I really appreciate that. Thank you so
No
much.
problem.
Well, let's move into our next question. What are some of the tips that we can give young men, especially people of melanin? That's the way we like to put it. What are some tips that you can give them for possibly getting involved in the community, even if it's not being a police officer, if it's going into the fire department, if it's working in community centers? So what are some of those tips to get you there?
Well, I'll tell you the same tips that I used when I was a teenager. There are a lot of organizations out there that you can volunteer for. The United Way, they have Paint Your Heart Out, where you can go paint houses for people that are underprivileged. You can build wheelchair ramps for people. During the summer, you can give organizations to deliver fans. You can go to a local nursing home and volunteer to read to residents there. You can volunteer for hospice. I volunteered for the services for the blind. I would take people that are visually impaired shopping. There are hundreds of ways to make a difference. Christmas time, go to a homeless shelter and serve food at Christmas or during the holidays. And so if it's just one organization that you commit to, and if it's volunteering 2 or 3 times a month, at least that you're doing your part to make a difference in humanity. And we all should be required to do that. I really feel like that we should. And a lot of people are reluctant because they'll come to me and say, you know, we want to do what you're doing, but we don't know where to start. And I even had one lady message me. She actually lived in another state, in Memphis, and she was afraid of what her friends would say if she went out to make a difference. She, you know, it's like, well, don't worry. I didn't worry about what other people said about me.
Okay.
You know, and as a police officer, I think initially people would do a double take when they saw me walking with a group of kids or passing out drinks or snacks or toys. I think some people initially thought police officers aren't supposed to be doing that, but really, to me, the true meaning of a police officer is you protect, but you serve. You know, and so it's a powerful story to tell. But if you love the neighborhood day in and day out, they're going to love you 10 times more. If something happens to that police officer out there that's been loving that community, the cavalry's on the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're coming.
And we deep.
That's right. That's right.
So this summer, I was kind of an outsider of North Little Rock. I came into the community of the Sherman Park area
Yes.
and did the Sherman Park Community Center. And as an outsider, I even saw the difference in the kids. You know, it was almost like, if somebody said something about Officer Norm, it was like Daddy come, you know,
Right.
what you would think of that. So
Right.